it's the Midnight Raven, and today I want to show you another app. So if you saw my app recently, we did questions in a box and we had so much fun and I read all your comments. Big thumbs up to all of you. Today I want to bring you an app called Party Cues. Now I'm not sponsored by them. This is basically just me showing you apps that I like to have fun with at home with my friends and basically just have fun. So this is called Party Cues. Now some of this is you have to pay for and some you don't. So there are ones you don't have to pay for, like date night, where you get questions. It says who do you tend to be in social groups with. You get other ones that are paid for, yes, but most of them are not. You have ones about travel, ones about love, money. There's a kids one. There's a really deep question one. Like I said, what do you believe in your reason for existing is? I mean, could you get any deeper than that? But we're not going to do the deep questions or the date questions or the kids. We're going to go to the fun part of the app. Now, the fun part of the app is this part, and it's called This or That. And we're going to do a this or that 10 questions. So, are you ready? If you want to play this yourself, I will link it down below. You can get it from the Play Store on Android. This is from the Play Store. So, we're going to do this or that. Comment down below with your answers too. So, we click on this or that, and it basically gives us two answers. So, it says coffee house or craft brewery. So basically, would I rather go to a coffee house or a craft brewery? So this is a hard question because I don't like coffee and I don't like beer. So I guess I could go to a coffee house and just not have a coffee. It would be harder to go to a brew house and not have beer. So we would probably have to go for the coffee house, I would assume. I don't like coffee. I don't like the smell of coffee. I don't like the taste of coffee. But they do sell more than just coffee at a coffee house, mind you. So that was the first one. Number two. So we just swipe. Nike or Adidas. Now, I don't like to wear labels. I mean, I like things that are like one-off pieces, stuff that comes out of charity shops. So I'm not into the whole Nike, Adidas sportswear, mass corporation kind of labels. I like my more offbeats, things that don't come with labels, vintage, retro. I'm not a big fan of labels, but if I had to choose one, I would probably go for Nike. I have had a pair of Nike trainers when I was younger. They were probably bought from a charity shop, to be fair. I never really paid for anything when I was younger. It was always secondhand. So I'd probably go for Nike. Like I said, not really a labels girl. Number three, trip to the dentist or change the oil. Is changing the oil that bad? I've never had a car to know how to change the oil. My partner drives, so he deals with that. Trip to the dentist. Ooh, trip to the dentist for me is like a horror story. I had a very horrible dentist when I was younger. He gave me a brace and basically tortured me for many, many, many years as my dentist. So I'd probably change the oil. Someone show me how to change the oil if it means I don't have to go to the dentist. I'm in there. I'm changing the oil. You watch me. Okay, next. Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise. Now, if you know me and you've heard me talk about films before, I might not have talked about it on YouTube. I don't like Tom Cruise. Brad Pitt is brilliant. Fight Club, awesome. The film Seven, awesome. Inglourious Bastards, awesome. He is a really good method actor. I love his work. Tom Cruise, arrogant, in your face, not doing it for me. No. It would have to be Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt has that boy next door charm, that kind of nice face, warm kind of charisma. So Brad Pitt. Next one. Justin Bieber. Oh, Taylor Swift. Oh, are you a believer or are you a Swiftie? That is the question. Now, don't get me wrong. Justin Bieber's had a lot of hate over the years, and I don't like any of his work. There's like one song that I like force myself to listen to because it contains somebody else, who it isn't just his song. Taylor Swift, on the other hand, had a lot of negative backlash with her falling out with Katy Perry or their beef. She even did a video on it, so hello. And did a song, I believe it was about Katy Perry. But she does have some really cool songs. I must admit, her Shake It song, gets you going. I'd probably have to say I'm a Swiftie. Justin Bieber's just not doing it for me. I must admit, he's all right. It's just not for me. Swipe, fishing, or hiking. Ooh, it's very. It's a big page, look, and it's tiny. Fishing or hiking? Hiking. I've actually been hiking recently. I actually did a 24-mile walk. Oh yeah. I've never been fishing. I've never seen the excitement of fishing, getting a fish and throwing it back, because I would never take a fish home. And I think fishing is kind of cruel. Love hiking though. Great scenery, great friends. You can have a picnic while you're hiking. You can go camping and then go hiking. So fishing for me, it just seems like a very mundane, boring sport. But that's just me. Rap or country music? Rap or country? So rap music, not really my thing. Unless you count listening to Eminem through my teens. I did listen to that a lot. Country, on the other hand, gotta love a bit Dolly Parton. Would probably be my country roots. Would be a bit of 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Doo-doo. See, Dolly Parton's got a kind of, you know, rap music. It's all right. It's not really my thing. I did love Eminem when I was in high school, but kind of grew out of that. It was my Eminem phase. We all have phases that we want to forget about. So I'd probably say country. Netflix or YouTube? OMG. Well, I have a channel on YouTube, so this might be a little bit controversial, but don't get me wrong, I love YouTube. There is so many great creators. My channel. But I do love watching Netflix. I do love a box set. American Horror Story, Orange is the New Black. I do love documentaries on there. They have documentaries about serial killers, which I love watching. And they just have so much variety. There's things for kids, things for older people. There's film, there's documentaries, there's reality TV. They have so much going for them. YouTube, on the other hand, I suppose it's kind of in a niche of its own, YouTube. You either love it or you hate it. Netflix is kind of for everyone. YouTube is more for a certain age group. So I would probably have to say Netflix. I do love watching a box set. I just do. So sue me. I do have a YouTube channel, but I love Netflix. Spring or fall? So I love spring. You get the flowers, you get the lambing season, little baby chicks being born, everything comes out of hibernation, the flowers start to bloom. And then in the fall, you do get the change in colours where the trees will go from a green to a crisp brown and oranges and cozy. I do love autumn, where you get the change in the leaves colour, you start wrapping up a little bit warmer, maybe having a hot chocolate. You do get bonfire night, Halloween. There are many, many things that happen in fall, but then there is spring, where you get Easter, and I'd probably say springtime. It's nice to see the flowers, the changing of the colours. Days start to get lighter. at the minute. Days in fall, which it is now, it's starting to get darker. It's not really for me, being in the dark, waking up in the dark, going to bed in the dark. So TV shows, binge or read a good book. Now for me, that would not be reading. I used to read a lot when I was younger. I used to spend all my waking time reading books. I read the entire series of The Lion, Witch and a Wardrobe. You know, I used to read all the time, constantly. And then I kind of grew out of it. It became a bit more boring. And now it's TV show binges, mostly watching Netflix, you know, watching a box set one after the other. I think we're in a tech world nowadays, although you could read a book on your Kindle. I guess you do get audio books, so it can kind of make it more exciting rather than just flicking a page. So I would have to say watching TV shows would be my favourite. So we have two more questions. Too hot or too cold? So do I like it too hot or too cold? Can I have a third option and say I like it in the middle? I don't like it too cold. I really don't. I'm just not a fan for being out in the snow and being cold. But I don't also like being in the heat either. Recently, it's been so hot, 36, 37 degrees. It's just too hot. We're not used to it in the UK. You know, I like it in the sort of mid-20s. Just enough to keep it warm. You don't need a jacket. You know, just nice, moderate weather would do me. And then the last question, East Coast or West Coast? Now, we don't have East Coast or West Coast in the UK. I live in East Anglia. So that one's a bit hard to answer. But if I went to America, obviously, you know, you have the East and the West Coast. So on one side, you've got New York. On the other side, you've got like California. So it's a hard one. I'd probably say West Coast, possibly. Not sure. That's a hard question to ask when you live in the UK. But I'd love to go to Disneyland, Florida. I'd also like to visit New York. So I'd like to go like all over America, just all over. So yeah, this was the app. This is just 10 of the questions. Like I said, this app called Party Cues has so much to offer. There are ones that are locked as well. So you've got ones about celebrities, interesting thoughts, kids, love languages, personal growth, and then you can obviously randomize it. But it's Party Cues. It's just a way of breaking the ice, having a bit of fun, causing a debate, maybe starting a bit of a raucous between you and your mates on a Friday night. There's date night ones if you want to break the ice with your partner. There's kids ones if you just want to stop the boredom. You can get this on Android. I got it from the Play Store on my tablet. I'm sure you can get it from many other places. It's just a way of breaking the ice and just having a bit of fun on a boring day. Maybe when it's raining, sitting in your caravan, sitting in your hotel. Gather your friends round, get some popcorn and just have a bit of a debate and a natter. So if you love this video and you want to see the others, I have done some other ones called Questions in a Box. That was a really good series which I'm now restarting to do again. If you want to see more of me, give me a big thumbs up, click that notification bell because I live videos every day, and if you wouldn't mind, give me a cheeky little subscribe on the way out. That would be much appreciated. So big thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye.